Hello St John Fishers, that's Father John with your Friday video, and we're back in good old Newcastle under Lyme after all the adventures in Italy the last couple of weeks. So we've gone through recently various arguments for the existence of God, various ways of explaining the concept of a God. I thought we would start unpacking the idea of the Christian God a bit more, and particularly let's look at those concepts of the three persons of God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Lots of religions throughout history have had a concept of God as Father, suggesting that mankind's always been striving towards the truth, and then our efforts to find the truth of the situation have come to fulfillment, first off with the promises to the Jewish people, and then the fulfillment of those promises with the coming of Jesus Christ and the giving of the Holy Spirit. But let's have a look at that idea of God the Father. You know, there was a trend about 40-ish years ago of trying to rename the Trinity, that instead of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, they would be Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer. That doesn't work at all as a concept. Part of the reason is because of that getting rid of the word Father. So why does the word Father matter? Why not Mother God, or Creator God, or Designer, Inventor of the universe? Why do we have to use Father? Is it just a convenient name, a convenient concept, or is there something more key to the use of that word Father? Now, we could just say, well, we're Christians, we're followers of Jesus Christ, and he calls God our Father, so we should do as Jesus says. And that is a perfectly good surface level explanation, but I think we've got to go a bit deeper than that these days. A name gives an identity to something, or it gives a meaning to something. So you all know my identity is Father John, because Father is the title that I'm given as a priest, and John is the name that my parents gave to me, that I was baptized as, and that's on my birth certificate, my driving license, my passport, all those other means of identifying myself. So the title Father and the name John, Father John, becomes my identity, and that's how you know who I am and what I'm about. In terms of biology, one major key to our identity, whether we are male or female, whether we're a boy or a girl, that's determined by our father, because it's our father's cells that hold the key to whether we have two X chromosomes and we're a girl, or an X and a Y chromosome and we're a boy. So that identity that we're born with, male or female, is determined by our father. Now, extrapolating this as a principle, if this Christianity business is true, and we are all given an identity by God, if we are made in the image and likeness of God, if everything about us, everything that makes me, Father John, everything that makes your teachers, everything that makes you, you, and completely different to everyone else, if all of that is determined from the beginning of time by God, then Father, in terms of both biology and logic and creation, makes perfect sense as a title for God, for the person of the Father, because he is the one who gives us everything of our identity, just as that key to our identity, X and Y chromosome or two X's, that's determined by our father's cells when we're in the process of being conceived and born. So, hopefully, surface level introduction to God the Father, and let's see if we can unpack God the Son next week. Have a good weekend. See you at Mass on Sunday. God bless. Bye-bye.